Hi everybody, Andy here with etrailer.com, and today we're going to take a look at this Truma single zone electric cooler. Now this 11.5 gallon electric cooler is going to be perfect for such adventures as overlanding, camping, tailgating, road trips, going to the beach, boating, and more. This is going to keep your food and your drinks cold or frozen without worrying about the mess of ice and cleaning up melted ice afterwards. This cooler features a durable steel reinforced lid and sides, and the reinforced corners here are going to protect the interior of this cooler. So overall, this feels very rugged and very durable. I think it's going to be able to handle quite a bit of punishment. The space-saving handles here are going to fold down flush with the side walls of our cooler. And I did want to point out that we have some convenient bottle openers on each side of the cooler that's going to give you instant access to your favorite beverage. This weighs about 53 pounds. And just giving you some overall dimensions, the overall length, we're sitting right at about 26 inches long, and then the overall width, we are sitting right at about 16 inches wide, and then the overall height, we're about 19 inches tall. Now, going back to the wide view here, I wanted to show you that this lid does remove for easy unloading. So just to show you how this works, all you have to do is push back on the lid, and then that lid is going to come right off. To me, it feels like you're going to break it, but that's not the case at all. It's just going to come right off, and then it is going to be able to be replaced very easily, just like that, and then that's going to close. So that's going to allow you easier access to get into the inside of your cooler. Now, looking at more of a top view here, I wanted to show you the inside, so I'm going to open this up here. Inside, we have a fully refrigerated stepped compartment that, and we also have these baskets here that are removable. So let me just show you that here real quick. And this is going to allow you to have some bottles sticking up through this basket if you would like. So the basket is a little bit adjustable. And so you can see these baskets here. And this is going to allow you to easily load and unload your cooler. So that's a nice feature with these removable baskets. And they're also going to have headroom for your longer bottles, or keeping your bottles standing upright in this cooler. Now, as I mentioned, this cooler does have an 11.5 gallon capacity, so that can fit roughly about 65 12-ounce cans, just to kind of give you an idea. Now, I do want to plug this in here. I have my power cable over here, so I'm going to plug this in, and I wanted to show you that this does have an LED light that is going to light up the interior of our cooler, making it easy to find your items in here in low light conditions. So it really is just like a refrigerator. You close it, that light's going to turn off, and then you open it, that light is going to turn on. This also features a drain plug. I think you can see it right down there. That is going to allow you to let water out, and if you have some water collecting at the bottom, or just easy cleanup, that drain plug is going to let you easily clean this out and drain this out if need be. Now, when I close this here, you can kind of get an idea of what the top of this looks like. And then going to our close-up view here, I wanted to take a look at this panel. Now, this cooler is going to plug into either your vehicle's 12-volt outlet or 110-volt AC outlet with the included cables. And this is going to be very energy efficient, and it's going to have an amp draw of 0.6 amps. And the temperature is controlled by this exterior panel with this LED display, or it can be controlled via Bluetooth through a smartphone app. Now this display shows the set point and actual temperature inside of the cooler. And so as you can see right now, it is showing that I have that it is 48 degrees Fahrenheit inside of this cooler. And so this is going to be great to letting you know just how cold it is inside. And just to go over some of our buttons here, this is our power button. So if you hold that down for a few seconds, that's going to turn the cooler off. And then holding this down once again, that's going to turn it back on. And so then we also, with our power button, we have our turbo button. And that's going to allow this to cool down quicker. It's going to get the items that you have in here cool down quicker as well. It kicks that compressor on to run a little bit harder to get things inside cool down quicker. We also have our power indicator light, which also acts as a fault indicator light in case something is going wrong. And then since I turned our turbo on, our turbo light is on, but then when I turn turbo off, that light will turn off. And then we have our LED display. We have our mode button to go through the different modes that this offers, and then also our temperature setting buttons as well. Now this does have a temperature range of -8 degrees Fahrenheit to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you can download the free app if you want to control this via Bluetooth with your smartphone. And so once you download that app, you would just scan this QR code with your phone, and then that will walk you through setting up that app to work with your cooler. That app is going to let you check battery voltage, controls the battery discharge protection, and then displays error messages. So we have our AC and DC ports. And then speaking of DC ports, I want to turn this around to the other side here. We have two of those, so one on this side and one on the other side. So that's nice because once you put this in your car or your vehicle, you're always going to have a port that's going to be readily accessible to plug into your vehicle. We also have a very handy USB port here that's going to allow you to conveniently charge up your smartphone or other compatible devices. And then this is really nice. It has a emergency override switch right here. And what's nice about this is obviously for normal operation, you're going to keep the switch on normal use. But then if for whatever reason an electronic control or our display board fails or some kind of failure occurs, you can slide this into emergency override mode here. And that is going to allow the cooler to run with full cooling capacity, and it may freeze as well, but you're not going to have to worry about the inside becoming warm and possibly having food that's ruined or spoiled. It's just going to run full blast until you can get that fault resolved. So this is going to include, of course, our cooler, and then you are going to get this AC power cable. And then you're also going to get the DC connector cable as well. And then you are going to receive instructions to walk you through setup and all of the features that this cooler has to offer. Well, overall, this is a really great electric cooler. I'm impressed with some of the features that it has and just the overall ruggedness and the look and the design of it as well. So this is going to be a great option to consider if this meets the specs that you are looking for. Well, that's going to conclude our brief look today. I do hope that it was helpful for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.